Hello and welcome to IB Times TV. I'm Sally Turner, joined here with reporter Zoe Mintz to discuss the prejudice, the laws and the fears faced by the gay community in the Caribbean. Zoe, your article goes beyond this idea of prejudice and discusses the 11 countries in the Caribbean which have anti-sodomy laws. So what does this mean for the gay community?
Well, on the books, anti-sodomy laws are inherited from the colonial past of most of these British colonies, where anal sex between men is illegal. Not only that, there's also statutes where anything considered acts of gross indecency and which kind of broadens it to cross-dressing are also illegal in those countries. But that being said, they're not necessarily enforced in the court of law. It's usually used, from what I've heard, as a tool of marginalization, where people in the gay community are either threatened with arrest or bribed, or they have to bribe police in order to avoid arrest or to be outed in their communities, because it is still a stigma in the Caribbean.
And they have been around for a long time, very historical, the 19th century in
Yes.
fact. So what's the process and probability of them getting changed?
Well, so the Caribbean, it was a heavily colonized area, the British, the Dutch, and the French. So some of those colonies have remained. And in those places, they take the laws of their mother countries. So for instance, in British colonies, the British government made them repeal their anti-sodomy laws in 2001. But in former and sovereign countries, like Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Belize, those are still on the books. And so there are a few activists who have been trying to repeal them based on human rights grounds and constitutional grounds. But it's a bit of a catch-22 to do that, because while they're very brave to step forward and try to get these archaic laws off the books, they're also risking their own safety because of their sexuality and the fact that it's a huge stigma.
Do these laws apply for women and women as well?
Yeah, so in most of them, anti-sodomy includes anal sex between both sexes, between men, and also women can get prosecuted as well. When it comes to those in the lesbian community, there have been instances, at least in Jamaica, of correcting rape, which is where they are forcibly, they have sex with men by force to hopefully cure them of their behavior or lifestyle, as some people see it.
Is the Caribbean aware or even influenced by the world around them, especially considering in the US at the moment the huge kind of momentum that gay marriage has got recently? Mm-hmm. Are they aware of what's going on, and is that making any difference to the way they're seeing this?
Of course they're aware, but for the United States, in many ways is behind other countries, let's say in Europe, that have legalized gay marriage for years, or offered some kind of recognition of same-sex partnership. And while they do recognize that, and while they do hope that kind of comes back to the Caribbean, the one way they see that happening is through their diaspora communities, where people, Jamaicans, people from Trinidad, Belize, where they come to the United States or other Western countries either to teach or to live, and they bring back the values that they've learned here back home and show and teach their own people, because the only way they believe change can be made, and it has proven here in the United States, is from within. It's not from some foreign body imposing anything, because to them, especially for these former colonies, that to them is another form of imperialism imposed on them. Someone else's values coming in, and they don't want that anymore. So they're trying in every way possible, both sides, including the religious groups in the Caribbean countries. They rather have the message spread homegrown from within, and that's the way the countries will move forward and change.
Let's hope that there is change in the Caribbean soon. Mm-hmm. Thanks for your insight, Zoe.
All right, thank you.